All right, good thing that got cut out. All right. Let's hit the button. See if it starts. What are you doing, Discord? Come on.
Something just occurred to me. Not many of the things that I have to say about what happened last year are incriminating to me. They incriminate other people.
What?
Oh, I wasn't talking
No,
about
they
that.
incriminate you.
Oh, there's multiple instances of that, actually. I was only thinking of the one.
Well, that's a great way to start this.
One thing I will mention, I have not told you the full story of what happened in March of last year. It was nasty.
So, all right. So this sounds like this is going to be our story topic that nobody asked for. Just bear
I've
in
actually
mind.
been really nice and considerate and silent about it. I've spent the last 9 months dealing with it, investigating. I'll tell you that.
I just want to say, this will be at the very beginning of the archive for this stream, for this particular segment of the stream. But I'm sure.
Wisely.
Maybe that's exactly when you want to be heard. But here's Gary Owens. You can't talk over
We
Gary
rejoin our
Owens.
friend and semi-hero Roger Wilco as he rockets back toward his home planet Xenon, which he hasn't seen since Space Quest 2. Having successfully rescued those two ingrates from Andromeda, he decides a pit stop on Magmethius is in order.
So this is right after that text game, right, with the two clowns in the back seat.
During the descent to this cosmic canteen, he is unaware of the interest that has been generated regarding his fate.
That low effort sprite.
It's fine.
That volume does seem too loud.
I think it's just because it's a Pierce. Well, hold on, I might be wrong.
I need to check something.
Bing, bing.
We have confirmation of his position, Master.
Off to Magmethius with you then. It is time for Wilco to meet the fate which I have crafted for him.
As our story begins, we find the aluminum mallard parked outside a seedy spaceport bar. We join Roger as he relates one of his greatly exaggerated tales of adventure. The aliens are only too happy to listen, as long as Roger is by.
See, there was this deadly root monster, a ferocious swamp creature, and a Labion terror beast to contend with. Then I had to outsmart another of Vohal's gorillas and steal the shuttle so I could penetrate the asteroid fortress and pull the plug on that corpulent creep once and for all. Yeah, all in a day's work for a guy like me. Anyway, I aborted the launch and jetted out of there in an escape pod. I crawled into the sleep chamber, and the next thing I knew, I woke up in a trash freighter. Yeah, things didn't look too good, but I blasted out of the freighter in an old jalopy I resurrected from the rubble. What I didn't know was I was being tailed by Arnoid the Annihilator, that one-man collection agency from hell. He nearly had me at a tourist trap on Fleabutt, but at the last minute, I wiped him out. After that grueling experience, I thought I'd take it easy for a while. That's when I got the distress call from the two guys from Andromeda. You ever seen those guys? Jeez, what a couple of geeks. Anyway, before I knew it, I was face to face with the most ruthless band of outlaws in the galaxy, the Pirates of Pestilon. I was lucky to get out of there with my skin, not to mention those two ingrates I dropped off on Earth. Why I risked my neck for those bozos, I'll never know. Yeah, I think I'm overdue for a vacation. I'm not even going to think about anything brave or heroic for at least, 6 months. I'll be kicking back on some sandy beach soaking up x-rays. Heck, maybe I'll even check out Roberta Land.
So, that has got to be the longest voice recording in a Sierra game. Yeah, what's supposed to be is he's just talking at the bar until the guards walk up.
Thank you for coming.
But he's just going on
how
and
could I
on and
not?
on.
After that message that you sent me.
What?
What?
I can be very, very persuasive.
Oh.
Practically begging.
Oh. I assumed leverage, but
That
he
is
doesn't
still-
have any such leverage.
That is still persuasion.
You gave in to his puppy dog, like,
It was the please, 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 please.
Okay.
yeah.
So,
It works
did you
every
notice that he
time.
basically narrated all of Space Quest 3 right there?
Yes.
And half of Space Quest 2? Alright, let's continue the cutscene.
Yeah, we don't need to play those now.
Nope.
Thank God.
See, now he's just stuck. His lips are just stuck like that.
Are you Roger Wilco?
Yeah.
Please come with me.
See those guys on the left side?
Hello, Roger Wilco. Surprised to see an old friend? You have no idea how special this moment is for me. This is no chance encounter, I can assure you. I have this one loose end to tie up before I begin my reign as the supreme being of all that exists. I do not like to lose. You are a blemish on what would otherwise be a perfect record of domination, terror, and invincibility. Besides, I'm still a bit miffed about that asteroid deal in Space Quest 2. Anyway, to relieve the pain of my humiliation and to prevent you from being a pain in my future, you must die. It's been nice seeing you one last time. Then, do the dirty deed.
You go left and split them up. Mr. Wilco, follow me and do exactly as I say. Let's move!
Follow me and do exactly as I say, Mr. Wilco.
Hey, I want to know what the...
Listen, I can't explain it all to you now. They've got a beat on our coordinates. We've got to move fast. We gotta do this fast. Shield your eyes! Jump into the time rip! Do it now! You've got to! If I take the time to explain, we're both parking lot pizza. You'll understand soon.
Now where am I? You wonder aloud to non-existent auditory organs. This place sure looks homey. Hey, wait! This looks just like Xenon. It is Xenon! It's really a pile. Along with the changes induced by an armed conflict, the city looks different, more modern, with a heavy dash of post-disaster seasoning. Casually glancing at the status line, you happen to notice that you're in Space Quest 12. What's happened? Who was that guy with the overdeveloped hairdryer? Why did you let yourself be talked into jumping into some strange shimmering hole? Why are you talking to yourself? These incredibly intriguing questions will quickly be forgotten with barely an electron stirred in that well-armored orb atop your shoulders.
So, let me get this to both so we get the text here.
You are in the southern area of a rare clearing in this destroyed cityscape. Your home, as you remember it, does not exist in this period of time. A huge boil of a structure clogs the horizon.
So, this is kind of a mix. This is the New Rising Sun 1.3 version of Space Quest 4, so you get it's the CD version with the voices and all that, but the original CD version changed the color palette. So if you look at the actual CD version, this rendition of the dome in the background is different. It doesn't look like this, so 1.3 or maybe 1.1, I don't know, but like he came out with several different versions. One of those versions, all of them, some of them, latest one at least, whatever, has this in it, which is the original expanded. It has a wider color palette in the floppy from the floppy game, as well as some other things. And there are other things like that too, like some of the copyright trademark stuff.
You can't do
So
that.
going with your story, Matthew?
You'd better not. Something might answer. The prevailing noxious wind prevents this. The snappy scent of freshly chopped buildings fills the air.
Here we go. Here's my favorite line.
Oh, Matthew's
You lick a
gone
thick
now.
smear of filth off the street. Finding the taste unpleasant, you quickly swallow it. What a smart person you are.
So, Gary Owens did a better job with Space Quest 4 than 6. And he's doing, somehow it just seems a little bit toned down, like it's just a little less. And it just works so much better.
I still just blame the director and not Gary Owens.
You lick a thick smear of filth off the street. Finding the taste unpleasant, you quickly swallow it. What a smart person you are.
I mean, that's just an example of just perfect line reading. It's brilliant. And in a completely different way, there's more perfect line reading over here.
Ugh. Yeah, that was a bitter section. I don't think I want to lick the road around here anymore.
So it's like opposite, and it's just like it's perfectly complementary.
Ugh.
Swallow. Oh. That was a bitter section.
Yeah.
A quick inspection reveals nothing of interest other than a glove box. A quick inspection reveals the zesty tang of nitroglycerin fills the air around the ship. This sealed, battered building is the last one standing in the southwestern area. Keep your hands to yourself.
Is it?
A quick inspection.
There we go.
It is a closed glove box. After taking a quick look around to reassure yourself that the place is as dead as it looks, you snitch the Pocket Pal laptop.
I don't know where that zombie is, and it's gonna catch me before I'm ready.
Another of Xenon's ruined structures awaits the final slow assault of nature. Okay, you scrape some taste buds off onto the street.
Yeah, it's good to get rid of those.
The pavement has lost that wonderful wet tar smell you loved so much as a kid. It smells exactly like the hull of a useless, burnt-out battle vehicle. Surprisingly, no one has taken this small, innocuous-looking piece of unstable ordnance. Okay, you now have the unstable ordnance. Remember, it was your idea. Good luck. It smells exact.
No.
You inhale the smell of the column and file it away in your brain under useful information.
Oh, there he is.
Being downwind of the cyborg, you are very aware that it smells like a slice of luncheon meat that's been walking around in the sun too long. Not with your tongue. You stand centrally located in perhaps the only debris-clear area on the surface of this city.
What's the matter?
This was a busy intersection of commerce when times were happier
Matthew
and
left
life,
the chat.
well,
He was about to
just
tell us the
existed.
story, and
an
then
odd structure looms
Gary
in the
Owen
distance.
just cut him off.
It smells just as good as it looks. That's not a very clean habit. It's probably the most not. It doesn't It needs salt. A brightly colored mechanical hair wanders about. You stand central. Don't.
I'm gonna get caught here.
Okay, I think it's time for the coffee pot. I will return shortly.
All right.
You take the small, frayed, useless-looking length of rope. The faint aroma of burnt hemp teases playfully around your nostrils. There's a sweet, fruity odor coming from the building. You swish the rubble around in your mouth a bit, but the flavor is too subtle to identify.
Wild berry.
It tastes like nothing you'd ever... It doesn't smell great, but it smells better than you. The cool, rank smell of a sewer wafts up from underground.
What's the point of the unstable ordnance? Well, it's kind of a puzzle.
You smell the sidewalk, and it smells back.
Because it's a puzzle
A
to
brightly
not
colored
carry
mechanical hair wanders about. The hare, anticipating your clumsy attempt to catch it in the open barehanded, won't come anywhere near you.
All right. Say 35, but it's not really. Let's call it. All right, we do need to get this part out of the way. Oh wow, that was close up.
We're glad you could play Space Quest 4. As usual, you've been a real pantload.
So yeah, everybody wandered off. I don't know. Yeah, so that's quick. I do have a few paces to get out of there, but I do need to get out of there.
Lauren?
The hare, anticipating timing, is a critical factor here.
I did click it when it was there, and it didn't take it. Maybe I need to
Sure
click
are
the
some finely
rope.
honed reactions you've got there. Perhaps you're still suffering from time lag.
Oh, let's try it again. Maybe pull the rope, not the bunny. Yeah, what is this about? Why am I yawning? That doesn't make any sense.
That was without a doubt one of the finest examples of bunny snatching I've ever seen. The stress placed on the rope during the bunny snatching was too much. You cast the useless fibers aside.
Me too, I will be right back. Okay. I did get work. I did get the points. This will not be my longest stream. If anybody remembers what that was. Yep. That's the GTA one. That was also a New Year's stream. I don't remember which year, though.
I would think that something identifiable as unstable ordnance would be low on your list of fun and healthy things to carry.
Like 2018 or something?
We hope you'll get yourself together and rejoin us. Isn't this a blast?
All right, so we need to get rid of that. What the hell? That's apparently where the zombie is? I would think that something identifiable as unstable ordnance would be low on your list of fun and healthy things to carry. Like 2018 or something? We hope you'll get yourself together and rejoin us. Isn't this a blast? All right, so we need to get rid of that. What the hell? That's apparently where the zombie is?
It smells just as... It doesn't smell...
What?
The rich aroma of hover car exhaust fills your sinuses. That's not a very clean habit.
Yeah. I don't typically have VODs for the GTA streams because of all the copyrighted music.
The large structure in the background captures your curiosity. It smells like trouble. What's going on in there? Nobody can reach that building from here with their tongue unless they're in a Leisure Suit Larry game. It doesn't taste half bad, considering what it smells like. It smells like the remains of a flourishing civilization blasted to smithereens by an evil entity of immense power.
Yeah,
It
it
has
is what
that
it is.
unmistakably tangy aroma of pressure-treated petrochemicals. The taste of the street brings to mind all those wonderful times as a child that the local bully ground your face into the asphalt.
Okay, maybe it's safe to go this way now? Alright, this is good, right?
There's nothing like coating your lungs with rubble dust to get your adventure off to a great start. It tastes okay, but you generally prefer your rubble extra chunky. The old Bank of Xenon building held up fairly well. Too bad. They turned Roger down for a loan once. It smells like old money and new rust. Okay, you get your last licks on the bank. It tastes like you've just scraped your tongue to shreds on the pavement. It tastes like all the other sidewalks you've ever tasted, weirdo.
Okay. Really, the whole point of this whole area is just to smell and taste everything. But I guess I made a dedicated video of that. You could look up scents of and flavors of Xenon. Something one of my earliest videos.
A very wise choice. Carefully placing the unstable ordnance back inside the tank, you decide some things are better left alone.
But it just doesn't feel right to ignore it because it's just such an epic thing for me. Let's see, 30?
You extract the portable power pellet from the back of the bunny's polyplastoid torso.
It shows how it kind of zooms in there.
You plug the mobile power cylinder into the laptop.
Okay, it gives me 36, which I think is the correct number. Let's see if zombies here. Of course it is. Damn, that thing has been a pest. There he is again.
This heavy gauge wire disappears into the wall. The strange little pedestal has wires running between it and the wall. Nothing you can do to it here will be of benefit. You notice the shadow cast on the wall by the inaccessible grate above. You can't do that.
I guess they just told me I can't do that.
It's an empty jar with a lid, neither of which does anything entertaining.
Oh, but it'd be necessary, though.
You take the jar into custody. It's just an average old-fashioned desk blotter. Ah, a button. Perhaps I'll give it a press.
All right.
Data entry 22795. This message is to whomever may be so fortunate as to find it. I am Professor Lloyd, lead designer of the Xenon supercomputer project, the ultimate in artificial intelligence. The computer was designed to enhance our lives, but instead ended up being the ruin of us all. We made the mistake of tying it into the most important facets of our existence here on Xenon, including our weather control and defense systems. It seemed like a sound idea at the time, and all proceeded well for about 3 years. It was around then that a deep space salvage operation recovered what appeared to be some sort of antiquated data storage unit contained in a flimsy cardboard box on which the words Leisure Suit Larry were imprinted. On its back was the picture of a not particularly wholesome gentleman, but that's another story. My counterparts exhibited shameful behavior as they tore open the box to get at its contents. I could not understand the commotion it generated. The data was uploaded into the supercomputer for analysis. As a result, a crippling virus spread through the machine like a bad social disease. All control of the computer was lost. All screens went blank. Then these words were displayed by the monitors and uttered by the vocal outputs. Wilco must pay. From that day forth, the possessed computer waged war on the inhabitants of Xenon, using our own weapons against us. Some managed to escape to other planets. Those of us who remained stayed to fight the machines and robots under its control. It was a bloody war. Those of us that were not killed were taken captive and modified. These cyborgs infiltrated the loyal ranks of resistance, rooting out almost all of our hiding places and exposing us to the mechanical menace. Some of these poor souls still wander the streets. As of this recording, we are down to only a handful of rebels. My health is deteriorating rapidly. To make matters worse, I've just learned that the computer has unraveled the mysteries of time travel. I've sent my 2 best men to attempt to steal this new technology. If you are not a machine, then perhaps they were successful. Please realize, you are Xenon's last hope.
Okay. Did anybody else show up while I was gone?
Yeah, I came back and everyone was gone.
No. Okay. Did you tell a story while no one was here?
No, I only got back about 30 seconds ago.
Oh, okay. Hi, Ribbons. Okay. Easter egg, we'll skip that today. Let's see. Whew.
Alright, good,
smells
Lauren's here.
mysterious. You have the urge to play
Yep, I'm
Name
back.
That Gas.
All right, who wants to name that gas?
Can't we believe
You peer into
We
the
missed-
darker area beyond the hatch frame and see
what Matthew
nothing
was going to say? He was
particularly
going to tell us
revolting.
everything, and then the game got in the way.
Right, the game is not. That doesn't play a role.
Oh no! The door has shut and there's no way back. What are you going to do now?
It's under sub chat on the Discord under Shady Paradox.
Do you have your accounts connected properly?
So what? Matthew was gonna
There's
spill
a
the beans
small
and just
vent
decided
set
to
into
leave.
the side of the sewer tunnel.
I like how he was
Unfortunately,
here
it
for the
looks way
last
too
like 14
narrow for a
hours.
space janitor, even a skinny one, to squeeze inside.
What?
You can't quite reach the vent.
Alright, good. The four main people are here.
I
This
got
hatch
lost on
opens
my
from
way
the other
We are
side over.
main characters.
We are?
We're a squad. The A team, apparently.
Yeah.
No, we're the
There's
S
Slim
team
Jim as
for
well, but
shady.
he's away today.
This rough area tastes
We're S
strangely
tier.
like blood. Oh, that is
Yeah.
blood. You shredded your
And
tongue.
it's Sierra,
Your
which is the
mother should have
superior
warned you about
phonetic
licking
alphabet.
strange areas.
Number, letter,
The corrosive
letter.
effect of the slimy pipes reduces your tongue to a stump. Now you truly are tasteless.
No.
It needs salt.
Let's figure this out some other way. Oh.
You don't really want to do that. It smells just like you thought it would. You see some dripping, oozing stuff.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna go back up there. Not from that angle, anyway. Can go around the other way. Let's try that again. If I stand here, does it... There it goes.
Love to know what happened to Slim Jim.
A blob of slime has gained
He's
an
got,
attraction
like,
for you.
10,000
Is the green,
kids.
viscous, congealed wad of vile helper
I know
bent on
it,
your
I'm
destruction?
Yeah,
surprised
he's a
that
busy
he
Or
man.
is it just a friendly puddle of scum looking for a new friend?
I'm sure that
Dare you
he's just
find out?
busy with the fam.
What were you expecting? Lime slime? You notice a burning sensation when you get a strong whiff.
Ugh. Boing. Alright. I think I'm starting to lose it here. Getting old. I haven't been saving it. Yeah, wow, that's an outdated save. Okay,
The stench lingering in this sewer reminds you of your clothes hamper.
I like that line.
It smells just like...
No.
Your nostrils flare as you inhale the fragrant aroma of cold steel with just a hint of sewage.
Just a hint.
Pungent.
Just the proper seasoning.
Yeah.
So you're ever gonna tell us a story, Lauren?
I'm not very good at just coming up with stories off the top of my head.
Well, you have
Tell us
time
a
to
bit
think
about
about
Maybe
it.
I'm just not a very interesting person.
I mean,
See?
Are
See?
you- is that your
Who knows
point,
how to hold
Frosting?
'em?
Oh no,
My
I
point
was
is,
taking
I'm
it
not an
literally. I was
interesting
gonna say
person
like
either.
we could actually
But-
arrive at that conclusion. I mean,
Well, here's the thing. I'm a boring person, but I foolishly have spoken about the outlier events in my life. But because you're viewing
Yeah, that was,
through the
that was
lens,
silly, wasn't it?
what's up?
I said that was silly, wasn't it?
Silly is a very kind way
No,
to
no,
describe
I
it.
love I love those stories, Frosting. They're
All,
a part
all
of me
two
now.
of them.
Wait, these are not contradictory things.
Because they're not embarrassing for you.
Alright, here's the slime.
It would serve.
Oh, you're just
The
always
stench
off
lingering in this.
Steam.
You taste a tiny bit of the green
And I
slime.
respect the fact that you
Instantly,
told me
several
so.
recent fillings dissolve into a puddle of silver amalgam.
Alright, we need to get this.
Okay. You
Man, I wonder
scoop
if you
up
like
the
Hitman.
slimy secretion. Better get away now before it
Look at
scoops
my
you
profile.
up.
Yeah, I'm just stalking your Steam now. I did not recall that number being that high when I last looked.
What number?
Oh yeah, it's bad, isn't it?
Yeah, her
I'll just leave it.
playtime on
I'll just
Hitman.
leave it going though. It's not like 900 and something
Oh,
hours
oh,
of
yeah,
just
that's
pure
what they all
Hitman
say.
playing.
Oh, it's just idle time. Oh, I'm not
Yeah, it
really
is.
in there that much. I just forget to turn it off sometimes.
Yeah, you can rack up 3 or 4 hours that way. Total.
Mm. I'm not gonna
Leave
say
me
the number.
alone.
I'm not saying the number.
What of my playtime?
Yeah.
Oh, 926. I don't care. Fine.
On Hitman 3.
I'm at freaking 700 on Talos Principle. I mean, whatever.
Yeah, and Hitman's a much bigger game than Talos, so
Yeah, but the workshops are amazing. Specific ones.
Yeah. How do you have 200 on Portal 2?
Is that me? Do I have that?
No, that's Lauren.
Yeah.
probably from just having it as background noise.
The manhole cover is
You
simply
just-
an incredibly heavy slab
You
of
just
metal
find a comfortable
trying to
test
tempt you
chamber
back
music
into
and
the tube.
leave it on.
No, Shady and I have
It's
hung out in
probably
the
the
past
most
and
no-
played it, but actually just left it.
Your
playing in the
head is
background.
unusually
Talking
well
and
suited
stuff, so-
to serve as a manhole cover coaster. A sleek patrol transport occupies the area presently.
So the music only plays when I'm unpausing the game. I hope that's not permanent. I hope that's just this scene.
A sleek patrol transport occupies.
So fun fact. Oh, not this version. Huh.
We're glad you could play Space Quest 4.
Somebody
As
patched
usual,
it.
you've been a real pantload.
Fun fact, I have managed to grab the ordnance on that trip, and you can actually carry it to the rest of the game.
I think part of the reason too, probably, is that you've really focused in on a couple games. Although I say that you've got
Are you,
a pretty
I'm
good
quite
library.
self-conscious that
too.
you're just going through my Steam
Oh my
profile
god, don't worry about
judging
it.
it. Just looking at my disgusting playtimes, like, wow, how's she spent
Nothing
that long playing that
Okay.
game?
No, it's not that bad. The only
You
weird
scoop
ones
up the
are
slimy.
the Hitmen at the top. Witcher 3, that makes sense. Subnautica, that makes sense. Stardew makes sense. Portal 2 is kind of weird.
Stardew is great, isn't it, Frosting?
I've not really played it that much, but I understand how you can easily rack up a lot of time on there. Viscera,
Let's have a look at yours
man.
now.
I like how nobody knows how many hours I've spent on Space Quest 4.
Because it wasn't all on Steam.
It wasn't at all on Steam.
Oh, you played
Exactly.
the original
So
Witcher.
how we measure it.
290 hours in Farming Simulator.
Yep.
You like that one, yeah?
That I cannot explain the addiction
Yeah,
that
those
that
games
game
are
will.
addictive, yeah.
Like, friend who bought it for me is a crack dealer. He
Maybe
gifted
it's a
it
different
to
version.
me.
Play Space Quest 4. As usual, you've been a
And you're telling me you're not an interesting person?
No,
You got a
that's
friend who's a crack dealer.
yeah, it's a figure of speech. No, because he gifted me that game, and then he gifted it to a couple other people so that they would also get addicted to the game.
Oh, I thought you meant.
So
an
he
actual
was
crack
dealing with
dealer.
illegal
No, no.
copies of computer games, not actual crack.
No, not even illegal copies, just legal copies. He would gift them the stuff.
So how is he a crack dealer?
That's interesting. They changed the map because usually going down that corner takes you to the middle screen.
No, anyway, he gifted me that game, and I put in like probably 100 hours in the first week with no idle time, while still
You look
working
at the finely
my normal
sculpted
hours.
ship. It looks to have been designed for atmospheric
That's quite
operation,
impressive.
probably used solely for patrol excursions.
I was so excited to get home from work
This
so that I
seems to
could
be
sit
a
down at my
relatively
computer and do
spacious
more
landing
work
gear
digitally
compartment.
on the
Wonder how
farm.
cramped it gets in there when the gear is stowed. This is where those militia types enter and exit the shuttle.
Obviously, that's where we go.
Kind of
hell?
sad too, because you look
The young
like my
shuttle
top.
pilot, his seat suddenly humidified by your surprise entry, fires his pulse ray. The shot just
Humidified.
misses you and then bounces off the reflective surfaces of the cabin, eventually managing to fatally perforate you. Just as you fade from the Living Organism Club, you think, in amazement, so that's what my spleen looks like. Just as you fade from the Living Organism Club, you think in amazement, so that's what my spleen looks like.
And an alternate take.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it when people repeat themselves.
What was that?
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it again, otherwise...
This seems to
leave
be
me
a
up to write the
relatively
comment I
spacious
can make.
landing gear compartment. Wonder how cramped it gets in there when the gear is stowed.
Thank you for following.
Oh, yeah, so you look at like my top 10 highest playtime games, and if you like were to go down the list, I'd probably be like, yeah. I like hate all
Oh
of
man.
them.
So, do you go through any kind of stages of remorse with that?
Not remorse, it's more so just like, oh, well, you must like this, you got a lot of time in it, and my reaction will be, Like, one of my top 3 is fucking Payday 2, and I despise that game.
No, but I mean, like,
See,
I
if
you're
regret
the
it.
turning
I like
whatever
game he
20.
doesn't like.
You're turning an age that you wish you weren't turning, right? You can compute however many
Sure.
hours you've been alive, and then you've spent those hours playing a game you hate. I think this is the wrong score. What am I missing?
Well, I hate it now. Well, it's the thing of like, I liked it, and then I played it until I didn't like it anymore.
Okay.
It's not that from hour 1 I hated it. I'm not one of those people.
Oh, it's the correct score. Huh.
Would I pick it up again? No. Other stuff too. War Thunder's definitely on the line though.
It smells like something. This is a fueling unit for the patrol shuttle.
It smells like
It's
gas.
probably the most
no.
nauseous.
I hate those generic responses.
From this vantage point, high above Xenon, you can truly appreciate the scope of the destruction. What a mess.
We can
Watch
also
out for that first step.
appreciate it this way.
That was a long first step.
One small step for man, one giant. Ah!
Fall for Roger, yeah. So the vast majority of the game, like, doesn't really matter. It's just this guard right here.
You look briefly, careful not to attract any attention.
And you go on some random, irrelevant adventure for a while, and you come back and he's gone. With no triggering in there, with no, like, relation between what you did and why he wouldn't be there anymore.
Hey, Longfoot.
And that's ultimately what you're doing, is getting rid of him. You're going on this irrelevant adventure waiting for him to leave. But it's never, like, explained that way.
Uh-oh.
So, I really enjoy Space Quest 4 for the humor. It's not a well-designed game. As far as the game goes.
I've just completed a scan of the Labion sector of Space Quest 2. No sign of presence at this time.
I mean, perhaps, but there's a period in there where you can't come back here.
You can't actually see those. You just think you can. You give the Time Pod a long glance. It's not the most attractive vehicle you've ever seen. It resembles an overgrown titanium tennis shoe. A gold-tinted glass shield seals the top.
So, what I'm saying is, you're gone for a long time where you can't access a time pause. You can't actually check what made him leave.
It needs salt. It tastes like nothing you... There is no reply.
Not getting many responses here. So we'll just do what we need to do. This is the one that matters. 79, that's the important one. Because that's a randomly generated code that we need to get back here.
Scratching your head doesn't make it work any better. It only loosens unsightly dandruff. The Time Pod's headrest is non-adjustable. Evidently, sequel police are all the same height. You look out at the city you were born in decades ago. You're sure glad you weren't there when this devastation happened. You might have gotten hurt. On the bright side, you won't have to pay those delinquent traffic tickets. Those are unshielded quark power cables. No telling what they're doing to your DNA's genetic structures right now.
I don't know why these sense organs are unavailable.
You don't want to touch those. You might mutate your fingers.
So, the first code that you put in...
The powerful quad quark drives Rev to life. Time and space bend under the fibrillations of the time rip transfluxers. Your adrenaline and stomach reel with the hyperbolic hyperbole. And finally, nothing much happens. That must not have been a valid code. Try again.
Yeah, I just made a BS. But then the second code, no matter what you plug in, which will just do all question marks.
The powerful quad quark drives Rev to life. Time and space bend under the fibrillations of the time rip transfluxers. Your adrenaline and stomach reel with the hyperbolic hyperbole. And finally,
the second one's always correct, and then the game remembers whatever random numbers So like you create this story where Roger just like frantically punched the buttons until something worked.
Peering through the port, you see an unusual land. Its wind-carved pinnacles and buttes bring back memories of the planet Corona, where this whole adventure mess started.
Yeah, but this isn't Corona. This is Estros. We have Estros and we have Labion. No, we don't want to save here. Wait, you guys have like... You guys have switches.
There's
where it's
dialogue.
There's on and off. No, there was dialogue before.
You've seen a lot of plateaus and sloping hills before, but this one's a butte. The entire horizon undulates in enticing peaks, curves, and crevices for which Estros is famous.
This one's a butte. Go fuck yourself.
Wait,
I feel
what?
like there's something more. I think there's.
You've seen a lot of
something
plateaus
else
and
being
sloping
said there.
hills before, but this one's a butte. The entire horizon undulates in enticing peaks, curves, and crevices for which Estros is famous. The shale-like shelves provide a stairway to the unknown. You've seen a lot.
Okay, I thought
You've
there'd
seen
be more, but no.
You've seen a lot.
The hot sun and the butte's seductive curves are strangely exciting. You've reached the
See?
plateau phase, which continues to the west, while the rocky layers climax in a makeshift staircase. In the distance, you can see the beautiful, tranquil sea of Estros.
I feel like it's trying to say something else.
The hot sun and the butte. As you look around at the towering rocks, immense formations carved over millions of years, you can't help but be overwhelmed by a sense of your own insignificance. As you look, you see a stairway of wind-eroded rock winding its way down to the water below. As you look around,
So that's where that dead ends. I mean, I feel like let's go ahead and save a B, but like, we gotta fall, right? I mean,
we're glad you could...
okay, that's pretty generic.
Whoa! What was that?
If you take too long in this area, eventually the guards they stop and try to catch you.
Tell us about your Christmas, Lauren.
What did you get for Christmas?
Oh! But he lived.
Huh.
Huh. What's funny is there's actually a description here.
The water here is quite deep.
Not that one.
Don't mess with it.
Where is it?
It's probably the most... Nah, you...
There's something here.
Here at the base of the buttes lies the legendary
Here it
Sea
is.
of Estros. The shimmering crystal clear water is calm and inviting, giving no hint of the currents that could suck you under fast enough to pull your skin off and leave your insides standing on the shore. We could show you that, but it would be in bad taste.
So there's two things wrong with that. One, that's BS. It didn't happen. Two, there have been plenty of other instances in this stream where I have seen all of I was about to say Guybrush, Roger's inner workings. Man, I'm tired. Oof. Anyway, Christmas.
You got this.
Please tell us a Christmas story, Lauren, so Moss can stop talking about it.
Well, my actual Christmas day wasn't very good. And we ended up having
I'm sorry to hear
Christmas on
that.
Saturday just gone instead, which was much nicer. Yeah.
Is that the whole story?
Well, do you want details?
All around you stretch the stony outcroppings of the Estros
You have to
Buttes.
own your
A
own
slender
story.
spire
You
of
don't-
angry red rock arches its way upward, poking searchingly into the
Alright.
sky and plunging down into the beautiful canyons of Estros. What lovely scenery.
Don't worry about other people. Just, you know, say
pretend you're
something that's
me
like
telling the story.
non-trivial,
level of
like
detail.
that isn't something that anybody could say, and then just throw it out there, right? That's what I do. Just say something that other people probably aren't going to say.
All around you stretch the stony out.
Is that?
All
Yeah,
around
we
you.
already heard this.
You're surrounded by spires of sand and rock. The ravages of wind, water, and time have exposed strata in the butte, which serve as steps to
But I'll
other
tell you
areas.
also, another
Far
thing I
below,
do,
the waters of Estros beckon to you.
I don't tell any stories. Have you noticed that?
Yes.
I just comment on things more abstractly.
All right, Lauren, give us the detailed but abstract retelling of your Christmas.
Just say something that I don't know. Keeps the
Well,
conversation
it's not a very
going.
Interesting story. I have a really small family, and
Then-
my sister was ill in hospital, so yeah, that's why we didn't have Christmas on Christmas Day, and we ended up having it late.
And what about your brother?
Well, he was here, but
You look pretty pathetic
it's not
hanging
much
under
for
the
Christmas when there's
pterodactyl.
literally just two of you.
Don't mess with it. You'd better not. There is. You see a huge nest in the distance below you. Wow, what an incredible view! Your hair is the last thing on your mind right now, even though it's on top of your head.
All right.
Hey, those Talon things hurt. You didn't much care for the landing either. My. Rather than the sequel policeman penetrating the inner sanctum of the nest, the reverse obviously occurred. Don't mess with it.
I've had
you-
that button all day and I never used it on any of these. But I can't really like affect. This is like the first one where I have the potential to pause the. It wasn't the first one. I guess Space Quest 5 had that.
Take it from someone who knows sick. Licking corpses is going way beyond simple dementia. Get a grip, pal.
No, grab a grip, pal.
Help! A giant branch has penetrated my vital organs and I can't get up.
Seriously, do you actually think this guy has time to talk to you? He's too busy being dead.
So, this is a missable, but it's an important clue. If you don't get the clue, then you
press
don't know the answer.
skewered sequel
Technically, don't
policeman
need it,
and
but
turn up a
you kind of
paper-wrapped
do,
wad
right?
of used chewing gum.
Well, why don't you tell me about your Christmases?
Well, a cooked some steaks and
Nice.
got some clothing. I should not have asked for clothing items. I was very specific, and I got a lot of clothing, none of which is any of the specific things that I requested.
The huge nest
It's
is
so
constructed
nice,
of sticks
but that
and
was a
assorted
mistake.
being parts gathered from this bleak planet. It is then cemented in place by a generous helping of pterodactyl saliva. It smells just... Nah, you'd rather...
All right, I think you just leave.
And I got an acoustic guitar, so I have no reason to practice more.
And he drops in the water again.
So that Shady can stop yelling at me for not being able to play guitar. Or
No,
any instrument
I
for
need
that
the
matter.
harmonica.
I know you need the harmonica. But also... Who the hell is that?
You've got a lot of nerve coming back here, Roger Wilco. After leaving me the way you did, you male scum. This is the last woman
Alright.
This-
you will
this
ever
again.
jump on. Right, girls?
Right.
Said you couldn't be tied down.
She becomes
that?
Flo in Space
You said you
Quest
had
5.
to be free to roam the galaxy.
Right, yeah.
Was that me?
You'll be sorrier than you look. We'll see to that.
Yeah.
Into the sub, fly boy.
Did you notice I said Flo, not Beatrice?
Yes.
Okay.
The time for talk on your part appears to have passed. Speak now, and forever hold your peaces. She looks completely uninterested in conversing with the likes of you. She looks like she might be familiar to you someday. However, the gun in her hand looks like it could limit the chance of any lasting relationship in the future. Or the past.
Yeah, she's threatening his past self relative to when he knew her, so she's gonna create a paradox.
That subplot in Doctor Who.
Oh yeah. And Red Dwarf.
This one looks committed to finding out just
This
how
doesn't
good you'd
remind
look
me
on
of
a
any
spit.
Red Wolf episode I've seen. What episode are you talking about there, Shady?
The one that you've seen.
Her spear gun is pointed in a direction that eliminates
the
any
one
need for
before
second
this?
thought.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I guess it's a bit like Sirens. That was funny.
Yes, we got there.
All right. Let's walk away.
Now this is a pain that'll linger. All the Bengay in Florida won't relieve this stiffness.
Florida. Why is that?
Any what?
What?
It would serve no... Hey, are you trying to find out how
So-
you'd look with convenient handles protruding from each side of your less than studly self?
Try that again.
Hey, are you trying
There
to
we
find out
go.
how you'd look with convenient handles protruding from each side of your less than studly self? Do it and die. Hey, would you like your chest cavity to host her spear?
Dang, she's got a spear. I didn't know we were doing it like that.
The submarine has a sporty look to it, distinctly hydrodynamic compared to those fine vessels you've traveled aboard recently.
All right. Get in the van. I like how they take off without the other two. I guess they have a second vehicle or something?
You hope these women soon realize that they must have the wrong guy. What have I stepped into this time? You think to yourself, as the latex babe's submarine makes its way through the eerie blackness. You're not sure what it is, but you bet it would look cool spewing through the propellers.
This is Zandra. We are approaching checkpoint 6. Prepare to open the tunnel door. Activate the door.
Oh.
It looks like they have quite a fortress here.
I could have been looking around.
It looks like they...
This is... Space Quest will make these locations, and then you'd want to explore them, but Space Quest isn't meant to be explored.
It looks like... This is the submarine in which the Latex Babes brought you here. You wonder if she has a boyfriend.
I know what you mean, but that also sounds like a cope.
See, when you see a space like this that you want to explore, you have to remember, it's not meant to be explored. It's meant to be experienced.
No, like, this looks like a place I
know what
would
you
just
mean.
spend half the game. And it's
Sit
just
down.
one cutscene and... Like, that's
Right.
it.
Comfy, Mr. Wilco?
No, I mean,
Well,
I guess
what
what
are
I'm
you
saying is
doing?
I'm not defending it. I'm saying I wish I could explore it.
No, I
There's
know.
just yeah.
Let me go, witch.
Shut up. Your whimpering
Oh my
sickens me. I'll teach you not to run
Can
out
you
on
believe the
me.
language?
Thorine is quite knowledgeable in the ways of torture. I'll let the two of you get acquainted. Thorine, do your stuff.
With pleasure, Zandra.
Oh, the least attractive one.
Let me introduce you to a friend of mine.
The lesbian. Damn it.
I was about to say, yeah.
This is Epirip.
I can't keep the cursor off the all
The
the
most powerful hand hair remover in the universe, and
All
it's
the text.
capable of shaving your legs clean off. I've always wanted to see
Press
a
X to
man
down.
shave with one of these, but I guess you'll do. Now you'll know the meaning of the word pain.
Yeah, but you didn't know I had a pet slug following you the whole time.
It's a sea slug! Run, girls!
Also, fuck you, Roger.
He's pinned to the chair.
Roger Wilco, Space Guy.
They zapped my.
Roger Wilco. You are in a crude, state-of-the-art sea cave. You are in a crude... This switch activates a laser. This isn't your garden variety, slug. This place is like a brick ship house. You see what looks like highly pressurized oxygen tanks. An oxygen tank.
More dehydrated water?
Our hero! Wasn't he great, girls?
Oh, the game's over
Well,
already.
Raj,
We
I
did
guess
it!
we
We
can
got
call
all
it
the
an
girls.
thank you for ridding our fortress of that slimy, awful sea slug. I know I can't blame you for backing out at the last minute. I guess I was a little overbearing. Sorry.
She even saw reason.
Can we still be good friends?
Well, now wait a minute. Let's talk about this.
No, Roger, you were right. You don't need to spare my feelings. It just wasn't meant to be. It's better this way. Well, girls, I feel like celebrating. Let's go shopping.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Meanwhile, back in
As he's
Space
being
Quest
dragged
12,
away.
That cut off perfectly, actually.
It did, yeah.
Well, what have we here?
That sounds like some real
This is the
omnibus
Revolt
with
scum
that.
we captured in the Space Quest 4 time sector. He had just aided Wilco in escaping. The readout on his time gun indicates that Wilco was successfully transported into this time sector as you feared.
That is no longer a concern. Wilco will surrender to us once he has learned we have captured his son. Then he will be destroyed once and for all.
That does remind me of a moment from Red Dwarf.
Whatever.
I like how Wilco has all of the baggage and none of the fun. By which I mean poor bastard.
Sail!
This sounds
All
like
right.
a song from Flodder.
Now they're out of our lives. Okay.
Outrun's not here.
Outrun's in the text chat.
Your trousers are still jacked up.
Correct.
See, Seamus agrees with me.
I like this part.
This escalator carries excited wealthy shoppers up from the parking garage below. This escalator carries
I love
weary,
how we've
destitute
clearly
shoppers
gotten to the
back
part
to
of
their
the screen
vehicles
where
in the
Shady
parking
just doesn't give a
garage
shit.
below.
But you see, it's not a good joke because it's not a reference. It has to reference a show that has actual original content. Or maybe it actually is a reference, in which case that's the only thing that's of quality and not the actual content.
I thought it was
You pick up the ATM card. You can't do that. You can't do that. The mall
tell me
has
what I
that
can and
high
cannot
rent,
do.
low occupancy smell, like any office building in downtown Los Angeles. It's against the third law
Shots
of
fired.
mall security to be caught licking mall components. It's against the third.
All right, so you got the skater.
It's just another vital part. It's just another vital part.
How do you not
of
have a
the
description for
Galaxy
this from the main
Galleria
screen?
Shopping mall.
All right. Let's go this way. Glad I saved it.
Hey, kid. Don't.
Ugh. Give me this. I don't know
You
where
pick
that.
up the ATM card. It's the Software Excess Store. If it's soft, we're aware. It's probably the most.
No.
You never noticed how much adventure game players tend to smell like potato chips, beer, and money.
Is that what we
They
smell
do?
like?
With the way this crowd smells, you'd want to lick them.
I didn't sound
What's
like a
going on in there?
The two geeks from Andromeda are in there signing copies of their latest release.
There is no.
What's going on in there?
I just told you! The two geeks from Andromeda are in there signing copies of their latest release.
What's going on in there?
Beat it, jerk!
What's going on in there?
There
Shady,
is
how
no
do you
reply.
Connect Twitch to Discord. Outrun wants to know.
It's been a while. I don't remember. Do you go through Discord or do you go through Twitch? I think you go through
You
Discord,
have
go
right?
through
to go
Discord.
Discord.
Yeah.
And then I think you go to account settings and there's an option to. Alright, so you go to user settings and then you go to connections and then click on Twitch.
Yes.
Sulfur. This shopper smells as though it comes from a planet where the only showers are volcanic ones.
And if the link is already there, you might just need to like do it over again.
I don't know how I
Yeah, you need
discovered
to do it through
the.
Discord.
I have to do the Mr. Carlos. I don't know how I discovered this because I tried this over and over again. It takes a while.
It doesn't have the slightest notion as to what you might be saying. It doesn't have the slightest it doesn't have the slightest it doesn't have the
You have to try it a bunch.
It doesn't
It might be on a specific screen.
You suddenly remember an off-color tall joke. But as you begin to open your mouth, your will to live overcomes your juvenile impulse. In other words, you wisely keep your trap shut. What, and moisten his new size 15 extra tall jumpsuit?
Try it on this screen.
It
Yeah, but
doesn't
big
have
and tall
it
hold
does
the big.
Mr. Carlo sent me. I want to know about the sheep.
So you can see how low probability that is. Maybe it's only in front of the arcade, because that's kind of where I remember doing it before. Gotta pass you here. Oh, he's catching up. And it's open. Alright, so we don't want to go in there. Okay, Radio Shock.
Radio Shock. A
That was one of
dandy
the they
store.
changed to Hurt So Good or something. Like HZ Hurts. But they changed it back. They really want it to be Radio Shock. It was one of those trademark things. Alright.
Radio Shack doesn't even exist anymore, does it?
Yeah, but
Nope. Very sad.
No shirt,
Yeah, we
no
only have
shoes,
Tandy here.
no service.
So
We
then
had
that's
Tandy at Galleria. I remember going to Tandy at Galleria. Our Galleria, not this Galleria.
alright.
Pardon me, sir. You appear to be in dire need of my services.
The dull taste of cold metal leaves you wanting for more. This is your friendly sales clerk. He's automated and comes complete with a built-in attitude.
I'm sorry, I lost my boots and the legs of my pants in a deadly fight with a giant sea slug, which I won in the nick of time with my clever thinking and my, cleverness.
He didn't know how to end that sentence.
Sounds so much like Matthew there.
All right. Let me get your measurements. We've got just the thing for the likes of you. I assume you will be wanting something in the generic Space Hero line? These will do for you. Try them on in the dressing room here if you wish.
You change your clothes, not forgetting the items in your pocket. You never know when you'll need them. You step out looking good as new.
That will be a 20 buckazoids, please.
Nope.
How dare you try to leave without paying?
He physically changed me back into my tatters.
No, he just cut. He just cut them off.
You just cut them off in a new spot. We gotta
Sir,
start the cycle
you
over.
appear to be in dire need of my services.
Hello, I was hoping to make a purchase.
It's you. Please don't waste my time.
Please help me. That other deal was a total misunderstanding. Anyway, as I said, I've misplaced the legs of my pants. My boots seem to be missing as well.
If it will help me rid the store of you, I will give you one more try. Come with me then. I assume you will be wanting something in the generic space hero line?
Oh, then there's that glitch where he's doing the measuring
This
animation
will do
instead of
for
the
you.
traveling
Try them
animation.
on in the dressing room
Oh
here
my
if
god,
you wish.
that's amazing.
You change your clothes, not forgetting the items in your pocket. You never know when you'll need them. You step out looking good as new.
That will be 20 buckasoids, please.
You wisely decide to pay up this time.
Thank you so much for shopping with us, sir. Do come back soon.
Let's check our score real quick. Let me tab out. Okay. Yeah, we're doing well.
You'd better not. Something might answer.
Hi, DJ. Yep, we're still here. I told you we'd be here.
Taking in a whiff of air, you instantly notice it has 3 feet. Don't bother. The fake plants are bolted down because of people like you.
All right, so now...
Wasn't much fun, was it?
Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. I have to go around the block to remind myself what I was doing. It's this.
Monolith Burger, the only fast food chain to survive the infamous food wars. Wow!
That's what
it
Seamus
smells
had
just
earlier.
like a giant, juicy, delicious Monolith Slug Burger combo. Not with your taste buds.
Yeah?
It's the gruff, unpersonable manager of this particular Monolith Burger franchise.
Sorry, Seamus, you said that you was...
This dude smells like a
the food
pigsty.
was good, but you accidentally typed the food war good.
Sniffing the
So it made
cigar
me
makes
think
you
of
lose
this.
what little appetite you had after smelling the air in this place. Maybe it would be unwise to order a bacon burger.
I'd like,
We're out of it. We're out of everything, including employees. Would you like to apply for a job? You would, huh? Well, this is the greatest opportunity you've ever had, kid. Benefits up the wazoo, and if you stick with me half an hour or so, I'll make you my assistant manager.
I'm gonna
How would you
suck.
like that?
Gee, thanks.
Warning, the following sequence contains explicit arcade action and is not recommended for die-hard adventure players, the arcade squeamish, or those with poor to non-existent motor skills.
So I can wimp out, but then I don't get the points. This actually matters, unlike the last game.
This is so easy, a human could probably do it. Burger comes out of the oven. Drop on your lettuce, your pickle, squeeze on your mayo, squirt on your mustard, on goes your ketchup, top it off with your sesame seed bun. You make 'em my way, and if you mess up enough times, you're out of here. Got it? If you need to know how to
Make
run the
it
assembly
my
line, read the
way.
sign. Just click it with the mouse or press R.
So I don't think I have this in me at all.
You can't skip the sequence, Shady.
No.
Anyway, I better go put dinner on. I'll be right back.
Okay. I'm putting on dinner too. This game is actually heavily dependent on your CPU cycle setting. You're out of rhythm, you're hopeless.
Oh, I didn't realize it like snaps to the thing. It's not a free cursor.
Oh, it is a free cursor, but there's also a keyboard option. Which is faster if you get in a rhythm. But if you get out of that rhythm, you're cooked.
Ha ha ha.
Ugh. I always mess up around the mustard and ketchup there. So I need 24, and it just gets really hard at the very end. It's easy now. I think the whole world is in 2024 now. Oh man. I always mess up that last one. I'm gonna pay for that. I can save spam, it's alright. You have it open in more than one tab?
Dinner's on. I'm back, Shady.
Uh-oh.
I think you're probably right, Shady.
I want to save like now.
Thinking at
Some
least
places
15.
are already into the second. See, here's what's interesting. Samoa, you have American Samoa and you have just regular Samoa. They're both on the same time, but they're a day apart. So, Apia in Samoa.
You can't do that.
Apia in Samoa is already
Keep your
on
hand.
to the second. 1:30 a.m. on the second. And Pago Pago, which is in American Samoa, is on 1:30 a.m. today on the 1st of January. So, same time, but 2 different days.
All right, I'll save it. All right, we'll
Hope
lock
at
in
least
the
someone
first
found that
18.
interesting. Did you find that interesting, Longfoot? I wasn't listening.
I'm not sure I got the pickle
Did
in.
you like that, Seamus? My fun fact about Samoa?
That was a very fun fact, Moss.
It was a very fun fact.
I'm having.
Thanks for
so
sharing
much
that with
more
the
fun
group.
with that fact.
No.
Sledadroid used to do a segment called Fun Facts. We started with
What?
Letadroid, didn't we? It feels
Okay.
so long ago now. It's
All
Cold
right,
Bear
let's
now.
back up to our 18 again. Why did it take? I'm getting rattled, I guess. I don't know why it didn't pick up the bun, though.
Yes, I too sometimes fumble buns. What?
Oh, well, a massive earthquake hit Japan. So that's
You-
not good.
Man, the difficulty spike, holy shit.
Save it separately because there is one rejected, so.
Don't worry, we'll still be here for another 6 hours for Armstrong.
Don't mess with it.
Get out, run.
And then it goes too fast. Yeah, there's definitely a limit there. Oh, I gotta something like that.
Keep your hands to yourself.
That's gonna be tough. There it is. Alright. Fuck this game.
Whoa.
Mustard. You get a pickle. Maybe some mayonnaise. You're gonna get the bun first and then ketchup on top of that.
janitor could do a better job than you could.
All right. So now can do your favorite part.
When's that severance pay coming?
Getting money.
This is Socks, a high-class, high-priced dress shop. You give the window a sniff. However, no odor is detected.
Oh my god. Perfectly sterile.
Remember this place?
You like the shoes, but the stripes might make you look overweight. It's a nice outfit, but you're not sure you have the midriff for it. The skin color and cape make a statement, the kind taken in police stations.
Did you see how fast that game was going? Why are you acting the way you're acting?
The latest in swank fashion, displayed in a number of horrifying colors. While enjoying this banquet of fashion, you wonder what you might look like in one of these cute little frocks. Hey, what kind of thing is that for a studly guy like you to be thinking? Get a hold of yourself, fella.
All right.
Are you sure you got the right store, hon?
I'm not sure. I think I'll just look around for a bit.
Let us know if we can help.
Just remembered I did forget to do
Thanks
something.
for shopping at Saks.
They won't help you until you figure out why you need to do this. I'm getting caught there.
This is kind of hard to explain.
Yeah.
So that's the reason they've not remade this game yet. I guess they don't need to.
Yeah, it's already in VGA.
Yeah, that's all you need.
I remember, I still remember you showed us the
You
photo
obviously
of you with
don't
the vase
resemble a
outfit. That was
blonde
pretty
woman.
interesting.
What a surprise.
Hmm.
An Autobucks Teller machine card.
I'm a rebel.
I wouldn't call Eddie Izzard a real man, Outrun. I mean, he deliberately got tits so he can try and become leader of the Labour Party of the UK, because he could then get onto an all-female shortlist. As part of his cunning plan to become Prime Minister was to get tits. Not really what you want in a leader, or a man for that matter.
All right, now we know what we want. I'm a gold digger.
Hiya,
Would you
hon.
vote for Eddie Izzard,
I'm
Lauren?
Maybot, fashion
What's that,
consultant for the Cosmos. What can
you
we
vote for Eddie Izzard,
do
Lauren?
with you today?
I would not.
Well,
Pardon?
this is kind of
wouldn't
hard to
know.
explain.
Oh, let
See,
me
good
guess.
answer.
You want something for someone very special.
He wants to be
Someone
Prime
who
Minister, at
died
least
to
he
get the
wanted to
latest
be.
in high galactic fashion.
I don't think he'd be
Are
very
we
good.
right? Or are we right?
We're right.
Okay. What size does she take?
Oh, 38.
All right,
Oh.
goodbye, Longfoot.
I don't think
Good
we're
night.
right about that.
I'm not sure, but she's built about like me.
Is she? A likely story. Good thing for you, I can keep a secret, sweetie.
Yeah, I don't think I'd like having tits.
I'm sure this will suit that special someone's needs. It's all the rage.
Yeah, back problems.
I suppose you'll want to try it on now. Here, use
I've already
this
got
dressing
knee
ring.
problems. I don't need back problems as well.
Maybe it'll counterbalance.
And
No,
honey,
it's
Get in the
still
way.
if your special
Trust
someone
me.
needs a wig, this one should look pretty good on you.
Here we are.
Very lovely, honey. It's made for you. Would you like us to wrap it up? Or would that special someone prefer you to wear it home?
I think I'll wear it home.
Just what we thought. That will be 60 Buckazoids, sicko.
See, I have 63 Buckazoids. Why did I go? Remember how hard it was for me to pick up those 3 extra Buckazoids?
Yes.
Well, you risked death at the slot machine.
Appreciate it, hun.
Hey, Longfoot.
I will not have any spare to play the Astro Chicken game that is worth 0 points. But we played that last time. I think we're just
Thanks
gonna
for
have to
shopping at
accept
Saks.
that.
Well,
Hmm.
you were here for the Nikki Haley discussion, weren't you, Outrun? I think Shady was. Yeah.
I don't remember who was here.
Kind of getting on that. Outrun, I'm pretty sure was here. I don't really know who Nikki Haley is, so.
I'll tell you who Nikki Haley is. Nikki Haley is
a woman.
Oh yeah. An
Is
enigma.
no, Nikki Haley is that it's best described as a puppet. Now, politicians are often described as puppets, but usually that means like simply
Oh, hello,
someone
DJ.
that is controlled by someone behind the scenes, which is true, but it's more direct. It's not even just like, oh, you know, the puppet does what I tell you. It really feels like, given like the polls, because remember the setup being, as I said, not only do I not know anyone who likes Nikki Haley, I don't know anyone who knows someone who likes Nikki Haley, right? So why are we having all this stuff in the polls? Maybe there's a lot of people in secret that, you know, you guys just don't want to admit it, right? Just like, you know, everybody says, you know, just like Frosting earlier, say they don't go to McDonald's. Every time I pass McDonald's, that drive-thru's out the wazoo, right? So it might just be that people aren't being honest, right? Could be that. Could all just be a bunch of secret Nikki Haley fans. But
Can I be perfectly honest with you? Just to admit something real quick.
About McDonald's?
I had not even heard that name before you brought it up.
Okay.
I don't think he was singling you out, Frosting.
I thought
No,
you
I'm
were
just
I thought you were
throwing it
gonna
out
say it was
there as
about
part of
McDonald's.
the,
No. But I thought you were gonna, when you were saying that, I thought you were gonna say something about
I
McDonald's.
eat McDonald's every day.
Yeah.
I have a horrible confession. to
No.
make. It's eating me alive.
But no, but like Nikki Haley's a puppet.
McDonald's.
What I meant was that is like, because of the polls specifically, it just feels so canned. Just, you know, like the puppet, like it really is like the puppet that's on the stage, like, oh look, you like the nice politician lady, don't you? Yes, you do. Right? Like it's an actual puppet show going on to the people.
I would
not
trust a
like a literal. You would trust.
I would trust a literal sock puppet more than our Congress critters, yes.
That is true, actually.
Come on, Shaded
Especially
3.
if it talked
Jordan
exactly
Peterson
like
thinks
that.
everyone should use their real name on the internet, so.
It's a cigar, but not
don't know.
much
Needs to have
more
the
than a
button
butt.
eyes, though, not the googly eyes.
You retrieve the cigar butt. Keep your hands to yourself.
Yeah, but well, you trust the puppet, but would you trust the person behind the puppet? That's the problem.
Right.
I'd trust the puppet if I was the one controlling them.
All right, but you're not, so forget it.
Duh. Oops.
Well, I'm not
Time to-
controlling Nikki
I have
Haley
3
anyway.
Buckazoids and I can't afford the
Sorry,
hit book.
but the crowd completely cleaned out my stock of Sierra software. The only thing that's left is boring home and business application software, along with a few inferior games. But feel free to look around anyway.
So
If you're here to return something, forget it.
Biden's a zombie.
We have
and,
a strict
yeah,
no returns policy. I'd like
No,
to help
I
you
wouldn't
out,
have him
guy.
as my
But
Prime
you
Minister.
know how corporations
we got
are.
Albo though, so it's not much of an upgrade.
A bargain bin containing discount
Always
software.
Albo.
actually, I'm curious. Since I have 3 Buckazoids, okay. can look at one of these games.
The latest bomb from master storyteller Maury Bryanarty, Boom, is a post-Holocaust adventure set in post-Holocaust America after the Holocaust. Neutron bombs have eradicated all life, leaving only you to wander through the wreckage. No other characters, no conflict, no puzzles, no chance of dying, and no interface make this the easiest to finish game yet. Just boot it up and watch it explode.
What's the price? 6 Buckazoids.
You don't have that much money.
Didn't find anything you like, huh?
A bargain bin.
So you can look at any of these games.
Presenting the latest in the award-winning King's Quest series from the still active mind of aging Roberta Williams III, latest in the award-winning Roberta Williams series. What happens when Old Man Graham and his family are kicked out of Daventry Condo Association? You'll meet the fabulous Bernoulli brothers, Professor C.D. Romberg, and of course Rumpelstiltskin, over 12 gigabytes in length.
8 Buckazoids.
Does anyone
You
remember
don't
the
have
Bernoulli
that
drives?
much money.
I do.
Yeah,
They predate my existence on this earth, but I know what they are.
exactly.
The two guys from Andromeda's latest
So we get
sci-fi
that
comedy,
reference.
Space Quest 4, will give you hours of
Yeah.
frustration unless you have this
Yes.
book. Want to know how to get the dog into the hanging basket? Want to find out how to attach the melon? Buy this hint book and it all becomes obvious. You'll hit your head and say, boy, how stupid could I have been? A moron could have figured this out. I must be a real dimwit, a pathetic nimno, a wretched, idiotic excuse for a human being not to have figured out these simple puzzles in the first place. Try it and see.
Hey, that's me with every puzzle game ever. That's why I've not finished Corn yet.
Said keep.
Ah! I see you've made a selection from our box of slop, bargain bin.
But I can't pay.
That will be 5 Buckazoids. That will be 5 Buckazoids.
I've never been short of this, so I never heard that one before.
Excuse me, ma'am. Would you like to pay for that?
That? Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah.
You can't. Nothing happened. It would.
I think I'm stuck. Because I can't put it back. And I don't have the money. I'm gonna die.
Maybe for services, you can make up.
Maybe I
for
could put
the-
it. Can I put it back this way? No.
Uh-oh.
That will be 5 Buckazoids.
Well,
Excuse me, ma'am. Would you like to pay for that? I wouldn't try that if I was you.
I mean, we're done anyway.
It looks like shoplifting is taken seriously.
That's what I look like up
around
close.
here.
I gotta do the last 3 burgers again.
Keep your hand.
Oh no.
Oh. Looks like we're gonna be here for another 6 hours.
Shut up. Nope.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Mm.
You can't do that.
All right. I can also pull a save from a different directory, which is probably where I was before. Oh yeah, there is that. You can try to be disguised and try to work here. Alright, we can get caught up to where we were here.
What are you gonna try and get the chat out, Run?
He has to connect the account. Did he say he was going to try to do that, or?
He got it working. He got in the sub chat, but I think he's having mic issues. Then he said he sorted them out. Never came in.
Speaking of mic issues, what's going on over there?
Who's mic issue?
You just kind of started.
I'm still here, Shady.
No, I know, but when you said that, just something happened. Your volume cut down.
It's always happening on my end, Shady.
Alright, so we gotta do this again. We'll just skip through it.
Oh.
I'm sure. I suppose. And honey. Very lovely, honey. It's made for you. Would you like us to wrap it up? Or would that special someone prefer you to wear it home?
I think I'll wear it home.
Just what we thought.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
If you remove the sicko line, I see
Thanks
no
for
problem
shopping
with this
at
whole
Saks.
scene as is in the modern year.
Alright.
Because the whole time the bot's not even disparaging. They're just like, wink, wink, Freaking weirdo.
You retrieve the cigar butt.
Let's get money first. Buckmaster 2000. My balance is 2001. Withdraw funds, clean it out. Even better than Space Quest 1 in the slot machine.
I'm a rebel.
Sorry,
That's
but
actually
the
a special
crap,
kind
if
of
you're here,
rebellion, doing that in heels.
Alright, so now I'll save this. 129. Alright, we're past that part now. But here's what they do. This is what I was going to point out. So what was the one I looked at? Like, boom here.
The latest bomb.
Price is now 2015 Buckazoids. So... they always just price it just a little bit above what you have.
Oh.
So you can actually do it. You go into the store and everything's just like 5 Buckazoids, 8 Buckazoids, whatever. You go out, get the 2,000 Buckazoids, you come right back in, and all their prices went up. Just like your withdrawal caused this massive inflation. With the exception of the one title that you need, which is this one.
The two guys.
2004. Why does that not seem like enough? Oh, it is enough.
Thank you.
Yes, that's what we have. Okay. It's really tough because you can buy an adapter at Radio Shack now, but you have no idea which one to get. And you can't exchange it. That's another kind of unfair, poor design that they should have done better. That could have been easily fixed. All right.
As you change your clothes, you think to yourself that even in drag, you still have incredible animal magnetism. Or is that just a lack of deodorant? Having already purchased the dress, you decide to stick with men's clothes from now on, even though it was almost too enjoyable.
Thanks for shopping at Saks.
No, because the
Finish
next...
in what way?
The next, come here. You can only trigger the next part back in your original clothes. It's in the arcade.
The sign says Ms. Astro Chicken. How strange that nobody is playing it.
I'm not gonna play it. I can't spare any Buckazoids.
Gazing at the wastebasket, your impulse, nay, your very instinct, nay, the very fibers of your being, scream out for you to pick up that garbage. But you're too busy.
Alright. But I'm not too busy to rack up the deaths here.
You're not close enough to the change machine to touch it. The change machine looks like a time machine more than a time machine looks like a time machine. For a change. You're not close enough. Banging on the change machine will only activate its self-defense mechanism. Touching anything in here. You were warned not to try to break into the change machine, but did you listen?
I was told I'd be rewarded with a death.
Your best score on Captain Zappo was 251. This kid has 15,290,912.
All right, here we go. There are a couple ways to get through this. I'm gonna see if I can do the one that has the most dialogue. So the goal is to get to the time pod, but they kind of chase you around here, so you have to leave this area and come back around. I think you want to go this way. Hey, Bullseye. Now, the fact these are open, that almost feels like a bug. Those really should be closed. This can be tricky to walk around this corner, but
I shall pursue the Wilco unit. Stay and guard the area.
Affirmative.
I clicked through that first line. You said halt Wilco.
I am in pursuit of Wilco.
How did he get past me?
He must be hiding in a store.
We must search each one carefully.
I will first search Monolith Burger.
Good. I'll cover the opposite direction. Long may Volhall rule supreme.
Yeah, right.
Clearly Josh Mandel.
These guys mean business all right, but they sure aren't Harvard graduates.
Time to escape. But first.
Ooh, this doesn't taste good. Yuck!
Alright.
Less plagiarism with these guys, though.
Think be about right
Did
here.
the Space Quest 2 remake reuse this for the swimming animations? Really? Or they do their own?
He got me in one. I didn't think that
target
was...
is more difficult than hitting a stationary lump.
I didn't know that was a thing. I thought it was programmed to always miss the first one. Well, I gotta do it again. Where? Huh.
You doing all right there, Lauren?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Living the dream.
You sound tired.
Yeah, I do feel tired. I shouldn't.
No, you shouldn't. I should feel tired.
I think we're all tired.
You're kidding, I feel more alive than ever.
Yeah, you're in your 20s.
That's probably why.
Yeah, so we're old. We're in our 50s.
Yeah, you're gonna be in the nursing home soon.
You guys aren't even at your middle point yet. You got like over 10 years before that even.
we're 10 years from the
I think
nursing
I
home.
got 10 years left.
No, to the midpoint. Over 10 years to the midpoint.
Hey, Outrun.
I shall pursue the Wilco unit. Stay and guard the area.
Affirmative.
That's not Outrun.
What's going on? Who are we talking to and why?
Outrun's in the voice chat, but he's not talking.
He doesn't have to talk. What? Oh, there he is.
I am in pursuit of Wilco.
How did he get past me?
He must
Alright.
We must.
I will.
Good. Long.
Yeah.
These guys.
The edges are just like it gets up to that edge and then it starts really glitching out.
So how much game have we got left?
Whew, how far are we in this? We're close to the end of the Galleria here. Guess I'll just keep moving here. Yeah, there. It kind of bounces off the wall and hits him back. So this supposed to be it with this area. That'll
I
get us
think
to
we
the
did
time
at
pod.
one point outrun.
All right.
Try talking again.
Should be 157? 152. Oh, yeah. No, 152 here, then
Have
5
you
more.
definitely unmuted your mic? See, at the bottom left-hand side of the screen, there's a button with a microphone. You have to unselect that, and then... Alright, now you're muted. Now you're unmuted, so try talking.
Probably the audio device. settings
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah.
So if we want to come back here, that's the code, but we're not coming back here. Oh, no, we are coming back here. We do have to come back here. All right, but where are we going now? Let's look it up. See, there's all sorts
This is
of
such a
crap
long
in here.
series.
It is. I can't seem to find the one-armed man anywhere. Ask Bob. Where do you think? There's no one-armed man. You made it all up.
Oh, here's
You can't
here's
find
a
them.
nice comment from Sawyer about King's Quest, Space Quest 4. A lot of people say Space Quest 4 is their favorite in the series, and I can see why. Just the whole concept of going through X and I segments, just to be able to progress safely, and given how long and tedious the mall section is, just doesn't sit right. I can definitely see myself as a kid playing this and just getting lost in the mall. I'm certain I would have full-on given up on this game by this point and played something understood like Spy Fox or SMTH, whatever that is. Ugh.
Okay, what are you reading?
This is in the sub chat. The text chat with the voice chat. And yeah, Sawyer was talking about Space Quest.
Okay. I'm in the stupid time
was in
pod. Where else I
June.
can go? Where do you think? Someplace where the sun don't
2022.
shine. No. You plug over where the sun does. Screw your expressions. Yeah, Yulin's Flats if you had the coordinates.
Oh, great. Only half the answer showed. It must be a defective hint module.
All right. So that's it. CI3, whatever. And the other half is the gum wrapper. There it is.
Whoop, there it is.
Whoop. And then, is it the top then the bottom or the bottom then the top? It's the top.
The powerful quad quark drives Rev to life. Time and space bend under the fibrillations of the time rip transfluxers. Your adrenaline and stomach reel with the hyperbolic hyperbole. And finally,
Going to Yulin's Flats.
memories race through your mind. You know you've seen this place in your distant past. The low-resolution features look exactly like a place you once visited called Yulin's Flats.
Alright, this is slightly spoiled by the fact that we played the VGA version.
Only slightly. Not really, though.
Oh, alright.
I mean, looks familiar to me.
In the distance, you see sand dunes and sky. The spicy scent of the dunes reminds you of a weekend you once spent on Arrakis.
Arrakis. See, I didn't know what that was referencing. Now I saw the Space Quest 3 postcard.
The air smells damp and oppressive, like a wet nun.
People love that line.
The spicy scent of the dunes. It's the silent but deadly aroma of Yulin's Flats. The air smells damp. The smell of the sand fills the air all around you. Your woefully short tongue is nowhere near long enough to taste the far-off dunes of Yulens.
All right.
You are unable to catch a scent from the force field generator. Maybe you should try tasting it instead.
There's
You've
Tiny's.
obviously found the location of Tiny's used spaceships. Lucky you. At the bottom of this excavation is a small craft almost totally buried in dirt. You remember barely making it back out when the engine died.
See? You remember that, don't you?
This must be the Yugo of spaceships. You wonder
Been
why
a long
anyone would
stream,
bother to
Shady.
lock it.
You were here for it.
This building is quite small. Maybe this is why it's
I
called
know.
Tiny's.
You sound like you regret it.
Is this the one without the droid?
It was the most recent game we played before this one.
Alright, please be the Blues Brothers this time. Want Blues Brothers?
We're not going in there yet.
This must be the back of a bar. Some fading graffiti adorns the wall. You don't know what it says, but you're sure it's not flattering. Back here, the bar smells like everything they didn't want stinking up the front.
Two people did it at once. Alright, we got something from Kerr Armstrong. Run.
It's got the dry, musty smell of a store that's filed for Chapter 11.
Yeah, we got something there, Kerr Armstrong.
I saw a green light up, but that means that some audio signal's coming through.
How are you doing?
Salt.
How are you doing, Outrun?
This must be...
Okay.
No, we already saw that. Okay.
I better go see if my dinner's burnt yet.
Droids Be Us is closed. Tiny's is closed. There's nothing to do here. Except the bar. And let's see, did I? It's fine.
Oh, Christ! I hate it when that happens.
Oh, that's weird. Usually doesn't say that first.
Thousands of volts pass through your cranium,
Wow.
turning your brain into a quivering mass of short-circuited neurons, which effectively terminates all interpretation of sensory
It shouldn't take
impulses.
just 2 to kill you.
Your musculature spasms for the last time as the force field shock causes you to give up the ghost.
That's weird. Maybe it's only when you walk this way. Maybe there's a bug there.
Ouch!
There we go.
Oh, Christ!
Thousands of volts.
Wow, it does seem like he's like running into it
Your
several
musculature-
times. That's weird. Huh. I never encountered this before.
Ouch! Oh, Christ! I hate it when that happens. Oh, Christ!
And then the last one kills him. Okay, whatever. We also have this.
Okay. As the moist surface of your oral muscle comes in contact with the fully energized force field, you realize your mistake. Thousands of volts pass through your cranium, turning your brain into a quivering mass of short-circuited neurons, which effectively terminates all interpretation of sensory impulses. Your musculature spasms for the last time as the force field shock causes you to give up the ghost.
All right, so how much more do we have in this game? Ewan's Flats is actually not that long, not that much.
You got 45 minutes. And then that'll be the 24-hour mark. That's all the longer you need to pad it out.
Yeah.
Can it be done?
I mean, If I just go straight to the end, absolutely.
Not that you have to. I'm saying you can probably. You definitely don't need to stall.
Oh no, I'm not stalling at all. I'm just
As
doing.
you check out the Sen bikes, you wonder what kind of cheese ball would own one.
There was way more at the mall I wanted to do, but it's time to move on.
Why would you want to wreck the nice bike? The old bar is still here. The smell of Coronian ale stinks up the place. The aroma leads you to remember vividly your previous visit here. You break out in a cold sweat.
Yeah, I think it's the only one.
You see two guys singing.
Blues Brothers.
Yeah, I think they're the only ones here.
They don't have time to talk right now.
You gotta watch that film, Shady. It's incredible.
From your position in the bar, you can only see sky through the window.
Yeah, it was just weird that one time you brought him up in a conversation. I said, well, I had seen the preview today. That was weird. Because I had just seen it. Yeah. Yeah.
Some rather drab-looking individuals are hogging the bar. This guy's too ugly to describe.
Oh, I think you're supposed to start with this guy.
Some rather drab-looking individuals are hogging the bar. This guy's really ugly. Some rather drab-looking individuals are hogging the bar. This guy's too ugly to describe. Some rather drab-looking individuals are hogging the bar. This guy's the ugliest of all.
Well, looky here. If it ain't Mr. Look at Me, I'm in VGA. What's the matter? Monochrome not good enough for you? What's this? 256 colors all for one little bitmap wimp? What a waste of VGA. Hey, fellas, I bet I can toss them all the way out from the bottom of the stairs. Bitch and ale.
So, apparently they had different recordings. If you were able to run this game with different graphic settings, they actually do respond in different ways.
Really? That's awesome.
Yeah. But I don't know how to get any other settings to work in the first place, so I don't know. That was something that Space Quest historian guy uncovered, or at least talked about on his podcast. Somebody told him, maybe, I don't know. Well, 3 monochrome bikers, 3 monochrome bikes. One guy almost ran over the other.
Boy, that was close. Hey, how come their bikes can go through the force field?
All right.
You hear a high-pitched whine from the east.
There we go.
Oh, that was close.
You can't do it too early, I don't think, but you definitely can't do it too late. All right, the bar is safe now.
You see a man behind the bar serving drinks. You see a book of matches on the bar countertop. You pick up the book of matches.
Here we go. This is the best part of Ulens right here.
Hey, aren't you the guy who broke my slot machine? You owe me some money.
Well, I gotta run. My hog pod's double parked. Hey, it's been swell talking to you.
I like the very large portrait of the pixel face.
Yeah.
You hear a high-pitched whine from the east. Boy, that was close.
All right, that's it with Ulens. So let's save here. Now, I'm going to load my strategic save from earlier, 79. I told you at the time that's the one that was important. If we want to get back here, we got to read the code here. Which, if you don't have any saves this point or earlier, you'll never be able to find your way back if you don't have this. It's another weird sort of design problem. If you can't reference this, then how are you going to progress if you can't come back here? Okay. This is randomly generated.
The powerful quad quark drives Rev to life. Time and space bend under the fibrillations of the time-rip transfluxers. Your adrenaline and stomach reel with the hyperbolic hyperbole. And finally...
So, getting it done by the hour? That sounds about right. I don't know.
Your innate sense of curiosity makes you wish you knew the way to open this thing. None of the codes you punch in seem to have any effect on the door. You have a jar of green acid.
That'll take care of that.
Well, there's not much left of the lock now.
Follow it. Oh, never mind.
Okay. So...
We're glad you could play Space Quest 4.
Uneventful death there.
This long tunnel contains 3 circular steel portals, each containing nozzle-like projections.
So, the way you add clarity to the puzzle is... You got your matchbook from
A book
Newman's
of
Flat,
matches.
which was the only thing you got out of the whole place. Was just the whole point was to get the book of matches. You take that with the cigar
You
butt.
slide the conveniently pre-moistened stogie between your lips, apply a lit match, and proceed to nearly hack up a lung. You cast the old stogie to the ground.
So that's cool, but these aren't randomly positioned like the codes. So you don't have to do any of that. You know what I mean? If you just know how to rotate them, you don't need the matchbook, and therefore you don't need to go to Ulands at all. The minimum path through the game is very short, because a lot of these things that seem like you need to do, you don't actually need to do, and that's going to come up again up ahead here. 50, 160. Okay. Okay. It doesn't have to be precise to the degree But there is a weird thing I noticed on my last Space Quest 4 stream. There's like a rounding error if it takes more than one rotation where you might end up aligning it, but you won't get the points for it. Which is a little weird. So we're gonna go up here for now. Just gonna take a look at one of these.
Slot A. Insert terminal plug here.
So that's the plug, that's the adapter we need. So that shape. So now we save 207. This one. There we go. Going back to the Galleria real briefly here.
The powerful quad quark drives Rev to life. Time and space bend under the fibrillations of the time-rip transfluxers. Your adrenaline and stomach reel with the hyperbolic hyperbole. And finally...
Okay.
Adrenaline with the E. I think. Spell.
I've only seen it one way.
You've only ever seen it without the E?
I didn't say that. I just said I only saw it one way.
This game is using the without the E spelling.
What was that?
Anytime they've been spelling adrenaline in these Space Quest games, I've only ever seen it without the E.
Oh, well, shit, I'm not paying attention to how they're spelling it in the game. That's funny.
That's what got me thinking about it, because it's
I thought you were doing one of your
there,
random
but
mass
somewhere else it's
multitasking, whatever the hell you do over there. And it's just... So this is a very, very big catalog. We're not going to go through the whole catalog today. It's just too much reading and time.
Faux Components Swiss Army Micro Entertainment Center. Style to look like a real set of miniature components, this is a complete home entertainment center in one 4x6-inch box. Includes CD-ROM unit, turntable, dual cassette with HyperWow and Mega Flutter, unfolding 84-inch digital color projection multiscreen TV, corkscrew and toothpick. 2,275 Buckazoids. Back ordered, none currently available.
Oh, you could have just said that up front. There are actually apparently other recordings in the resource files of Roger reading these out, but nobody knows how to actually get them to play in the game. I don't know.
Dodecaphonic Around Sound Processor.
So we're gonna skip all these.
CD. Pocket Pal Portable Terminal. Say, is that a complete workstation in your pocket, or are you just glad to see me? Now you can carry the power of a dumb terminal around with you without even creasing your jumpsuit. Includes chiclet-style keyboard and dentine-style mouse. 3,406 buckazoids. Pocket Pal Connector. If you're a proud owner of our ever-popular Pocket Pal portable terminal, you have no doubt noticed that without the proper connector, it is virtually useless. Fortunately, at this moment, our exclusive Pocket Pal connector is on sale for just 1,999 buckazoids. Get yours now before the price goes up even further.
Remember when I sold that skimmer for 30 buckazoids?
Yep. Inflation has hit us hard.
Mm-hmm. It's this one. All right, so got just a couple more things to do. So here's a little Easter egg that the hardcore fans of the game know, and I probably showed it on
The
my earlier
powerful
stream.
quad quark drives Rev to life.
But maybe it'll have more meaning now
Time and
during
space
this
bend
marathon.
under the fibrillations of the time rip transfluxers. Your adrenaline.
Oh, yeah,
and
there it is.
stomach
Okay.
reel with
Yeah, I'm not reading
hyperbolic
that.
Hyperbole. And
Because I've heard that line too
finally-
many times.
Finally!
Ta-da!
This view provides a flashback to a recent adventure. It looks real hot out there. Hot enough for thermo weave underwear.
Oh. This is familiar.
Mm-hmm. But I don't have any thermoweave underwear, so...
That's a bad parking spot.
This is Roger. This is Roger on Ortega. Any questions?
Ha ha ha. That one's better than the other one.
Which one?
They made another reference before with like the same referencing the same.
The referencing the okay. Yeah, what was that? My brain is all.
I think it was the helmet, right?
It's fried as
the fishbowl.
Roger on Ortega, so.
That's your head, Roger. Now use it for something.
Thank you. Ooh, I'm at the end of my rope. You can see the sun coming through the door there.
Yep.
That's where it started. Yesterday.
That's where it all started.
Yeah. Anybody remember the code back to Bohol Xenon? remember. Can't do it. You know, some 2 diagonal spaces, but then I can remember the next one. Wait, that's this one? Okay. That's right.
The powerful quad quark drives Rev to life. Time and space bend under the fibrillations of the time rip transfluxers. Your adrenaline and stomach reel with the hyperbolic hyperbole. And finally,
Hello there. Why are we not seeing an animation here?
Making games is hard.
I just hope it gets me there. Okay. It just didn't show the animation this time.
The time pod's headrest is...
I already did that. And there's just like no guards here. I guess Samus is right that the guards just left. I don't know. Yep, 222. Yep. We're at the tail end of this. I've been streaming over 23 hours.
Yep. Twitch is saying 11 because we had a technical difficulty.
Yeah, we had it right in the middle. All right. Thanks for following.
Woo! An actual follow. Hooray.
One of us.
One of us.
Okay. Lots of happy little pictures. All right. What are we doing?
A Pocket Pal adapter plug. Your Pocket Pal now has power. Now all you need is a place to use it. You attach the plug to the Pocket Pal. Your Pocket Pal now has...
Oh, yeah. Okay. I don't think you want to do this. Okay. So there's the droid.
Maybe if you wait a while, the nice droid will come around to where you are and talk to you.
Yeah. Turn it off.
You hear an electronic hum approaching from behind you.
That's it. That's the electronic hum. Let's move.
You hear an electronic hum approaching from your left.
We gotta move on to the next directory. Okay. Oh.
Take a good look, Roger. Remember this poor wretched soul, for he is your son.
Alright, so this was the game I was remembering earlier.
I need to get out of here before this one finds me.
Yeah. Okay.
You hear
Everyone
an
still
electronic
here?
hum approaching from your left.
Yep.
Let's go.
This maze of cables, ducts, pipes, and glowing panels gives the superbrain computer a sense of being alive.
Okay, they're up there.
You hear an electronic hum approaching from your right.
Yeah, hello, One Tree L.
This one might be
Hard to
coming
believe
back.
you've been here for 24 hours already.
Okay, so this one's gonna come back because once they get to that top node up here, they don't go on that overarching path up there. They turn around and come back. So that one that's up there is gonna come back around and see me where I am here, and this one's gonna come around there. So it's almost like they're forcing me into success. I wanted to get to the... I might be able to sneak through the middle, though. Let's try it. I don't know if I'm fast enough.
You hear an electronic hum approaching from your left. You hear an electronic hum approaching from ahead of you.
I think it goes around the other way, but if it doesn't, it's going to get me right here. Okay, there it is.
I mean, there is more than just
You
Shaggy
hear an
that's
electronic
talking,
hum
but-
approaching from behind you.
All right, so if you find your way into this...
It's Roger Jr. You talk to yourself. The orbs just seem to hover in midair.
I think I heard
You
it's...
hear an electronic hum approaching from ahead of you. You hear an electronic hum approaching from ahead of you.
Oh, that's not good. Two from ahead of me? If they both turn here, then I'm toast. This might go down, though. There we go. So that one's definitely in my way. I think ultimately we want to end up over here, but I wanted to see this other part first.
They work as well as they look. The keys are just painted on.
Is it worth the 3,406 buckazoids? For painted on keys? Wait, what?
Don't mess with it. You hear an electronic
They
hum
both came
approaching
in.
from
I didn't
your
know that was
right.
going to happen. Oh, well. All right.
Now, you knew he was coming, didn't you?
No, I actually thought one droid stayed on the top level the whole time, and the other one made a route that covered that one side. Huh.
Damn. Actually got you. Fair and square.
So I'm now loading it from a spot that's way better. So I'm actually, now it's solved. Because I went the other way because I wanted to get to that upper area. I saved it, then I got up there when I really should have bolted this way to begin with. So the way forward is clear. There they both are on an irrelevant floor. And here's the real entry we're looking for over here.
You don't need to look at that.
I hate that description.
It's either an electronic eye or a light bulb. You're not sure which. Keep your hands to yourself. The heavy iron door looks impenetrable.
Alright, so here's another thing that's tough. You get here and you don't know what to do. You need to remember to look in the hint book. And again, it's a bunch of stuff that's nonsense. And then I'm in a strange room inside the supercomputer. Scary eyeball-looking things stare at me. Biomechanical bones liven up the area nicely. How do I get the door open? Use the Ovaltine. There you go. That's the answer. No. That's not it. There it is. Try this one right here. All right. I don't remember if the droids can find you in this room. I think they do if you get the code wrong a bunch of times, or
Keep your hands to your...
twice, or I don't know, some number of times.
Yeah, this looks like toilet material.
My understanding is there's no such thing as Lose Your Suit Larry 4. Is that true? They just skipped it?
Oh boy.
Don't mess with it.
Mitchie or something here.
So you see, it doesn't free up any memory because it doesn't exist.
Oh.
You've seen this mystic rune somewhere else.
And you can get rid of this. I think I saved it.
All right, because you deleted it.
And it deleted all my saves.
No.
All right. And delete everything else.
Probably represents some tertiary function of the supercomputer brain. Certainly nothing important.
And that freed up some space.
Looks rather
Oh my
like a
God.
security droid of some sort.
And now we delete the security droids.
841 zettabytes.
That made our lives easier. I like this description.
This is your brain. Had this been a real brain, you would have known how to use it.
Har har.
All right, time to format. The supercomputer that turned out to be a really bad idea. All right, format countdown. Does it feel like the home stretch yet?
Oh, it does. This feels very climactic and final.
Ooh,
the
pretty
strange
lights.
light pulses toward the center structure.
Okay. Actually, kind of that art there is kind of interesting. It was that same sound on the MT-32, wasn't it?
Hello again, Roger. It's me, your old friend, Sludge Volhall. I've taken the liberty of borrowing your son's body. I had to remove him
Shady
first
paradox.
to make room for my mental self.
Oh, yeah.
His is on this disc. Say, it's most enjoyable to be in a young, healthy body.
Healthy
even if it's
body.
from your bloodline. In fact, I like it so much, I think I'll keep it. I guess we'll have no use for this anymore.
Oh, time to
Now
fight.
it's time to settle things, once and for all. You'd better be careful, though. Keep this in mind. If I die while in this body, that disc will be useless. Your son will never draw another breath. And if you don't defend yourself, you will never live to buff another helmet. Come on, show me what you've got, mop jockey.
I'm gonna go save it here, the start of the fight. Yeah, there's nothing to do here. I think if you... Let's go ahead and get thrown off, why not? Ooh, I won. I didn't try.
You might get like a freebie or two. Or he's just gonna run down the clock.
I want to see myself get thrown off the cliff actually, then I'll try to fight him. Because we're doing deaths too. I haven't forgotten. Man, I am winning. I won all 3 of these. I'm not even trying. What is happening? Is there something that's preventing this from going wrong? I'm starting to be suspicious about this. I don't know. Yeah. What the hell?
Is that the best effort you can muster?
You're talking to me
All
like
this
that?
Space hero nonsense must be getting to you. You're getting old, Roger.
Fuck it, I guess we're...
on the
I
other
think the
hand,
universe is
enjoying the
telling me
physical
something.
Joys of youth.
It's telling you to go to bed.
It's telling me to go to bed.
It's Roger Jr. The ladder leads down to the floor far below.
It will be a difficult puzzle down there after a very long climb all the way down there. Then we got to climb all the way back up with this clock going.
The label on the diskette reads, Roger Jr., Brain Tools, Stunt Flyer.
Diskette. When was the last... did I hear that word in 2023? I don't think I...
know I did.
Diskette. Nobody says diskette.
You can't...
Uh-oh. You... Okay. I thought you go on the console and then stick the disc in. No. You,
It is the brain's control panel. It is the brain. It is the disk drive slot. Don't mess with it.
So we want to upload from the disk because Roger is on the disk. You can't download to the disk.
Good, because that tab isn't covered. The hole isn't covered.
You upload Vohall, and then we download Roger to the beam. If you download Vohall to the beam, you're an idiot. But we're not being an idiot.
Oh, you're tired.
Follow me. There are many things we need to talk about.
And it fixed his hair. And we have all the points.
You must be very confused.
Were
What the hell
Volhall's
happened
words
there?
true? Are you really my son?
I have to replay this. Come on.
Oh my God's sake, Shaggy!
Yes. It just skipped all the lines. It skipped like halfway through, didn't it? I mean, we can't skip the cutscene.
It was fine.
Was it? It seemed like they just skipped like the whole thing. Don't worry, I'll be thinking. Beam upload.
Oh.
It's okay, we'll be there in 30 seconds. I'm even stepping to the middle to make sure. No funny business.
Is that
Alright. You upload the 2 and you just download Roger, that's it, it's the whole thing. There.
Alright, good night, Outrun.
Okay.
Follow me. There are many things we need to talk about. You must be very confused.
Were Volhall's words true?
They skipped it again.
Are you
I
really
thought I
my
clicked through it.
son?
Oh well.
You do look a little like me, though not as good looking.
What do you mean, not as good looking? I'm 10 times. Wait. What am I saying? This is no way to start. Yes, what Vohall said is true. I have many things to tell you, Dad. I should start at the beginning. I was born 19 years ago on Xenon. It's always been my home. The Xenon of today, at least up until recently, had made great strides in managing our planet's resources. That included water, minerals, even the talent of our population. We enjoyed peace for so many years, we took it for granted. The creation of the first super biomech computer was the biggest success story in our history. When the Vohal virus was introduced and began to control the computer, a state of total chaos was created. We were unprepared for what followed as Vohal turned our technology against us. The population was quickly decimated. Some of us stayed and tried to fight, some were captured, and some fled the planet. When it seemed there was no hope, we thought of one last long-shot effort. That was to find the only person in history ever to defeat Vohal. We had to go back in time to find that person, you. We got there just in time.
You had to go back in time to get me. Why wasn't I available this time? What happened to me? I don't understand.
I'm sorry. There are some things I wish I could tell you, but can't. I know that's not what you want to hear. Believe me, I just can't.
Hey, if you're my son, who's your mother? My wife? Where is she? Who is she?
You sure ask a lot of questions for a janitor. This is my mother and your wife. Her name was Beatrice Wankmeister. She was quite beautiful, wasn't she?
What do you mean, was quite beautiful? What are you saying?
I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have said that. Please, I can't tell you anymore.
I don't believe all this. I'm so confused.
It doesn't matter now. I have to send you back where I found you so that history will properly reflect the events which brought us to this place in time. You won't remember much. This will seem like it was a weird, fuzzy dream. I must get back to the task of contacting all the surviving citizens of our planet. We have a huge task ahead of us. Rebuilding our city and our lives will not be easy, but we will do it. Once more, I have to ask you to enter the time rip. It will return you to Magmethius in the Space Quest 4 era. Please, go now. It's time. Dad, I'm glad I got to see you, even if only for a few minutes. Xenon owes you a lot. Goodbye, Dad.
Oh no, he's in the alphabet zone.
Where Doctor Who is now.
So many unanswered questions. The future should...
Oh no, Moses is
The current Doctor, I think, is gay.
If he can stay out of trouble long enough to reach
on the show.
We're glad you could help Roger get through it all. Thank you for playing Space Quest 4.
We haven't seen that one yet.
Almost 24 hours.
See, I can't tell if he's purposely talking.
Sadie's definitely taking
Yeah, I
the
can't
piss.
lip read.
God damn it. I'm saying something really important. Oh well, fuck that. I'll say this instead. Sometime I should do a faster run of the series. Where we go through the games a lot quicker in a much shorter stream.
Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, because especially with these games, I feel like if you already know everything you're doing, it can go pretty quick.
No speed runs. Just, you know, direct runs. No exploration.
Yeah. Totally optimal.
doesn't have to be optimized. I just don't fart around with the smell and taste icons everywhere.
The small local nut taste.
What's the alcohol content of this Asian nurse? Pray tell.
I think this is looped. I've not looked at it once. Or is it gonna go? I don't know.
It has loop. It's loop.
So, ha! It loops a certain number of times and then quits. Yeah, so I'm gonna shut this down, and I'm pretty sure there's gonna be something that's gonna keep me from going to sleep. Like, I've been suppressing turning the engines off for so long, right? There's something in me that's like, no, you can't shut it down, Shady. You gotta keep going. Where I can't turn that impulse off.
Oh, no.
That's been my experience actually from the past marathons. I can't just like crash and just sleep. Like, something's gonna keep me. I'm gonna probably be walking around here for another 30 minutes.
Definitely.
Yeah, where I'm just so used to, I've been suppressing shutting it down that I don't know how to reverse that for a little while. So I guess I got to get to that next phase of recovery. My usual January 1st of that and nothing else going on, but it's worth it. It's fun every time. And so once again, I think we had a very successful New Year's
Slim
stream.
Jim, though.
Without Slim Jim, unfortunately.
That makes me sad.
Oh.
Yeah.
I wish I could. I can't. I
We-
wish
we
I
have
if I
pretty
could
good
stop
spreads
this
still.
ad from starting, I would, but they disable the snooze button a minute before it starts. I can't stop it. So, whatever.
This is just for subscribers.
Oh well.
Thank you, everybody.
But yes. But yeah. Yeah. So
Have
thank
a
you
glass of
guys
water
for
before you go to
making
bed,
it a
Shady, to
success,
make sure
because
you're hydrated.
if you weren't here, I would just be just sitting in front of my computer talking to the air. That'd be pathetic.
The Earth-friendly hood.
Yeah. Really?
Well, look at his audience.
I don't know anything about that guy.
Don't associate with that man anymore.
Yeah. So yeah, thanks you guys for being around for so many hours of the stream and making it a success once again. And I guess that's all I have
Happy
to
New
say.
Year, everyone.
Happy New Year.
Happy 2024.
What time did we get started?
Happy New Year.
8:17, and now it's
It was
8:10.
almost
7 minutes shy
Or
of
it's almost
24 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good enough. Because I
That-
mean,
that-
I was in here.
that
You and I were in here, Moss.
Yeah.
Like setting up. So, yeah,
And I went and had a nap.
yeah,
So I didn't see any of King's Quest. I didn't see any of Space Quest 6.
yep. All right, let's turn
I
it
need
off.
to learn to stop saying King's Quest when I mean Space Quest.
Yeah. And I need to stop saying the goodbye and then ranting about something else. I just don't want it in. I've told you I can't turn off. I can't. All right. Closing it down for real. And I'll see you guys later.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you. And
Or
good night.
whatever.
Good
Yep.
night, Shady.
Yep. See you guys.